No, it ain't that hot. Give it a few minutes here, let people click on. I'm trying to figure out. I'm doing my Facebook Live, dude. What are you doing? Been live now a few seconds. Just trying to figure out this. Hey Lisa, how are you? But anyway, let's give it a few more minutes, let other people join on, and then I'm going to go into this. What's up, Bobby D? What is up? I want to add a photo on here. Give me about 30 seconds. Trying to see if I can add a photo, but I'm not that talented, as most of you guys know already. So, hey Rico, what is going on? Rico, my man, what is up? I'm going to start this here shortly. I'm just looking for a photo that I have to find that's going to go with my follow-up behind here. Nothing much, man. I see your son's running track over there down there, huh? Where he gets that speed from? You was a ball player, man. You wasn't a track star. So what I wanted to do with this Facebook Live, as more people are joining, is that last week I watched a documentary, What the Health. And so basically what they were saying on What the Health was that pretty much eating any meat, chicken, turkey, eggs, all that stuff, really had bad effects on the body, cancer-causing effects on the body, as far as the antibiotics that you were eating, you was taking in, and all that. So I got lots of great feedback on people who, I don't want to say class stereotype everybody, but people who've done plant-based diets, whether it's a vegan lifestyle, or people who just do it 80% of the time versus 20% of the time. I think Dawn Wheeler was saying that she switched over and feels great. I know Troy Castiglione, he said he did it for a while, where he did reduce a lot of his meat and was still able to get a lot of the protein and keep his strength and size. And Mickey Morales said the book was Primal Living or something like that. One of the books that he recommended were really good. And Veronica Sosa, she mentioned a bunch of great books last week that I looked into. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and start talking about this one. So with What the Health, last week, they were talking about all the dangerous effects of eating too much meat, whether or poultry, how eating one egg could be equivalent to smoking 5 cigarettes, and all these other things. And so it got me thinking. I was like, oh wow, well, maybe I need to add more vegetables and fruits into my diet, which I pretty much consistently do on a daily basis anyway. So it's been a week now since I did the live, but I watched the video last Monday. And so I've just been keeping track of what me and my family's been eating on a daily basis, not changing anything, just to see the ratio. Hey Nympha, hey Shad, and just to see what the ratio was to meat, to vegetables and fruits that we were eating. And we were probably at like 70-30. 70% plant-based, 30% meat. So like that includes dairy, milk, cheese, and stuff like that. Well, I shouldn't say milk because we do the almond milk. And so with that said, I was like, wow, how can I get this up to 85-90% for now? Or how can I just try it out for a week to go strictly plant-based to see what kind of results I can get for myself? Because I don't want to tell people or recommend things if I haven't tried it myself. It's just not what I like to do. Oh, by the way, don't ask a 15-year-old to make you a hot tea, because it could be Christmas in July sometimes. But anyway, so we went out to the local health stores. I don't want to name names. I will name one, the one that we prefer, but we went to 3 or 4 different health stores. And before we went out, I wanted to know, well, how do I know if the fruit or vegetable I'm eating is, like an apple, is healthy? Because I thought meat, chicken, turkey, eggs, I thought all that was healthy for me too, right, before I seen that. So I stumbled upon the OMG GMO documentary that goes through the GMOs. So when most people are grocery shopping, especially in our case in the past, is that when you're looking at an apple and you have like 4 or 5 different brands of apples sitting there, right? And you're like, wow, well, one's $1.29 a pound. This one's $1.79 a pound. This one's only 99 cents a pound. And it's like, well, they all look the same. Why is one 99 cents a pound on one extreme to $1.79 a pound on the other extreme? Well, they have these little stickers right here. Let me turn it this way. So they have these little stickers. And what this sticker is called is a PLU code. That's PLU code. So if you Google PLU code, what that does is it gives you a lot of insight onto what you're about to put in your mouth. For example, I always thought this was so when I went to the register that the cashier could ring it up, boop, and know which one of the 4 or 5 apples I chose from so she can charge me the right price. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. So what this actually does is, this little sticker right here on the fruits and vegetables tells you whether this is grown organically, with chemicals or pesticides, or with GMOs. So you want to pay attention. So you'll see this number right here. That says 4129. So that's the PLU code for this apple. Which means any 4-digit PLU code, they usually start with the number 4. That means all those fruits and vegetables are grown with chemicals and pesticides. So what you really want to do with those is you want to come home and clean those really well. And one way to clean them is you can fill up your kitchen sink with water and about a quarter of a cup of vinegar, and let your fruits and vegetables soak in that and scrub them and then wash them off. It does seem like a lot at first, but once you start doing it, you get the chemicals and pesticides out of the fruit and vegetables, and then you can have a more true form of an organic version. So below this post on my page, I posted a picture that looks like this. How do you know if your produce is organic, conventional, or GMO? So if you see that right there, you're going to look for the 5-digit number that starts with the number 9. That is what you're going for if it's organic. Now, I'm just trying to, bear with me one second. Now, anything that is a 5-digit code that starts with the number 8, the number 8, this is the only case in the world that I don't like the number 8 because 8 is my favorite number. That means you're consuming a GMO product. So once again, the picture looks like this. Boop. I put it on the link on the post right below this so you can see it, or if anybody wants it, I can personally text message it to you. So the dilemma was, so I walked into the most popular health food store around the world, not around the world, but at least in the U.S., and I'm not going to say the name, but I'm sure most of you know what it is. And I would say 80% of the produce was either the 4 or the number 8. So it wasn't even organic. Like they had very limited edition of organic fruits and vegetables in this store. So then I'm at the dilemma. I'm like, well, I can't eat meat. Well, I shouldn't say I can't. It's bad for me to eat meat, chicken, turkey, eggs, and all this stuff. And obviously, I mean, if common sense tells you that eating plants by far would be more healthier than eating meat anyway, right? So you try to go and eat fruits and vegetables, but then the average person who is trying to make a healthy lifestyle change thinks this is just a sticker for the cashier to ring up your food when it's actually an indicator on what you're putting into your mouth. So just be aware of the number 8 for a PLU code, or the number 4 because you want to keep those clean. Now the one that's organic starts with the number 9. So it's a PLU code 9, 5 total numbers following it, and that will be a organic version of fruits and vegetables. Because I think we can all agree that eating fruits and vegetables is healthy for you. I mean, that's kind of common sense, I would think, to most people. And so if you were trying to cut meat out of your diet, for a lot of those people who are nowadays, and go more plant-based, just make sure you know you don't want to put toxic chemicals in your body and that you're making a healthy choice. Because the average person may switch over to a full plant-based diet, but if they're eating all GMOs and stuff like that, they could totally destroy their thyroid, dehydrate it, cause even more blood pressure problems and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that. So yeah, the documentary was OMG GMO, I believe it was. It's about a huge GMO manufacturer here in the U.S. that is putting farmers in a hard spot, taxes-wise and price-wise. So it's pretty good. You can watch it and judge for yourself. But yeah, so that's the only tip I wanted to give, in case anybody watched last week and was like, oh my goodness, I want to eat all plants. Just look up this on Google. It's called the PLU code, P-L-U-C-O-D-E, and it'll just steer you in the right direction that you go. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hold on, let me see. I got a few questions here. Dawn says, so the chemicals are absorbed at all into the food. From the documentary that I watched, that these guys are actually putting Roundup into the seed. So their basis behind that was that if they have Roundup in the plant, then the plant will fend itself off, which in all reality is that if a plant was truly healthy with rich soil, that it would take care of itself like it did 100 years ago and stuff like that. Like people's been living for a long time without chemicals added into the food. Bobby asks, is organic the best ones to eat? Yeah, I would say so. It would be equivalent to you growing it in the backyard. You would know actually what you're putting in your body, and you would know what chemicals are in there. So the company that's doing the GMOs and stuff like that, they won't even release information on what they're finding and stuff like that. So who knows what you're going to find out later. I mean, like 30 years ago, they was telling us to eat meat was healthy too, right? And now we find out that, and now there's a huge study on coconut oil, how that's bad for you. So I'll be interested to see more stuff about that. But yeah, organic's always the best option to go. I mean, you living down where you live, you can just go fishing yourself and get your own fresh food. And they probably got a lot of fresh organic farmers down there. So the ones made with chemicals are GMO or conventional? The ones, no. So those are sprayed with like pesticides and chemicals on top of the fruit. GMOs, where they, according to the documentary, they infuse the pesticide or the Roundup, which is the main ingredient, into the seed prior to growing it, so the plant grows with the seed. So according to some of the things within the documentary, like you could be eating up to 15 to 20% of Roundup when you're eating that vegetable or fruit. So I don't know if, I know I have Roundup in my garage, but I wouldn't mix it with my water and drink it, so I probably wouldn't want to eat it either. But let's see, right, so washing with vinegar still wouldn't make it healthy to eat. No, not with the GMOs. No, that was for the ones that are sprayed with pesticides and chemicals. But sometimes those seep into the fruits and vegetables too. So that's what I'm saying. But the majority of fruits and vegetables at the stores nowadays are the ones that are the number 4 with the chemicals and pesticides sprayed on them. So it's kind of like, what do I do? Like where? I mean, you can move to Costa Rica. It's a GMO-free country, and I think some places in Europe like that. But I don't have that option living in Las Vegas to move to Costa Rica yet. I mean, I go down there quite often, but I don't live there. But yeah, so the ones that are sprayed with the chemicals, Dawn, It can, like you were saying, it will seep into some of those fruits and vegetables, which you will ingest. You can't get all of it out. The GMOs, it's grown within it, so it's already there. So trying to go organic is very hard. But the one problem most people have with going organic is that, oh well, the apples are $1.79 a pound versus 99 cents a pound. And I agree, it's not cheap to eat organic. It's not. But if you're cutting meat out your diet, not permanently, but to a degree, and you're adding more vegetables, then maybe you can make some of the difference up with that. Because you can look at it this way: you can either take your chance and eat stuff with pesticides and chemicals and GMOs now, and then have to pay for the medical ramifications later, or you can just pay a little bit more now and go organic. Because, like anything, if you smoke one cigarette today, tomorrow, over a year, you may not see effects. But if you do it over 20, 30 years, things may start popping up. I'm 42. I didn't learn about this until recently. So who knows how long I've been eating GMOs? I don't even know, because I don't keep track of the stickers that are on there. So I could have been eating GMOs for the last 15, 20 years and not even knowing it. So what do I do now? Or if you got a kid at home who's infant, and you think you're doing the right thing by cooking fruits and vegetables for them and feeding them that because you don't want them to eat fast food, but what if you cook them with all GMO foods? So that child will be consuming GMOs from birth all the way up until 18, 20 years old. So it's crazy, because when I was growing up, when somebody got cancer, it was like a huge ordeal. But now it seems like every week somebody new pops up with it, and everybody's just used to it, and it's just status quo nowadays. So yeah, so that's the one thing. Christy Farrington, FYI, I just bought organic parsley from Whole Foods to give. So I was told they still use pesticides, but light over. That's true. I'm not sure about the whole thing with that, because like I said, even with the meats, trying to eat organic meats is still hard. But even with the non-GMO, non-pesticides fruits and vegetables, it's going to be hard, guys. Like I said, unless we're living in a GMO-free country, which there's only, I want to say 8 off the top of my head, Costa Rica being the closest one to us, it's not fun. So it's like, what do you do? Like, they tell me the meat's not going to digest and got carcinogens in it, and now these little Plu codes right here are the key, at least for now. I mean, I guess I would rather go ahead and eat organic with less chemicals and pesticides than eating stuff that are GMO foods and stuff that are sprayed with heavy chemicals and pesticides. So let me just pull up that picture again, and I'll show you guys before I hop off. I got to go run and get the little guy from school. But the picture looks like this. Oop, hold on. I posted it on my Facebook page right below this before I started. I'm new to this, so I don't know how to add. That's just to know how to give your family the best healthy options. Because a lot of people saying go plant-based. So if you were a full vegan, you know, and you're trying to do the right thing, but you don't know what these things tell you, what if you're eating all GMOs? So yeah, technically you are getting healthier, but you're putting 15 to 20% of Roundup in your body on a daily basis per fruit. So if you eat a lot of fruit or vegetables in a day, that could be a lot. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna sign off. If you guys have any, you guys had great comments and posts last time afterwards, following up, and I just want to say thank you guys for all that. Oh, no problem. I think I'm gonna do something health related every Wednesday around this time to be consistent out here in the balcony. It's not too hot today, and they got a light breeze here in Vegas. But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Christy. No problem. Yeah, just go back, like that documentary was OMG GMO. So yeah, just for you people who are trying to do the right thing and you're like, I'm not seeing any differences and stuff like that, that may be the reason why. So maybe you should just make that shift to organic, that Plu code starting with the number 9. GMOs, Plu code starts with the number 8, and conventionals are the 4-digit Plu codes with the number 4. So yeah, just look at the link below here. It's got the picture on it. Anybody can use it. Feel free to share this. Or if you know friends who are struggling with weight loss, it could be a thyroid condition and stuff like that. It could be the GMOs they're eating. So yeah, share this with anybody you like. This is just free information who I'm coming across and just feel like other people need to know about. Because I know a lot of people are making a shift to a healthier lifestyle nowadays, and they are consuming a lot of fruits and vegetables. So you guys have a great day. Peace out, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.